Hi guys, and welcome back to Momma Jess Knits. I'm Jess, coming to you from Virginia. Today is Monday, September the 7th, 2020. This is episode 28. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Momma Jess Knits. I have a Facebook group under Momma Jess Knits. I have a Ravelry group under Momma Jess Knits Podcast. Or you can email me at mommajessKnits@gmail.com. I also have an Etsy store for anyone who's interested. I do sell project bags and hand-dyed yarn, but we'll talk more about that at the end of the episode. I'm just going to go ahead and jump on in. I don't have a whole lot, I don't think. Of course, I think I said that last time, and then the episode was almost an hour long. I don't know. It has been a little over 2 weeks since I podcasted last, and I think when I showed my finished object that I'm going to show today, I think I had just started that and only had a little bit done. I can't remember for sure. So my finished object is my campsite shawl by Alicia Plummer. And it is getting very blown out, and I apologize, but this thing is huge, guys. This right here is just half of it. I haven't woven in my ends yet because I wanted to talk about that. So yeah, it is huge. Like I said, it's the Campside by Alicia Plummer. She is currently doing a campside cowl, although I believe that ends on the 19th, I think, of this month. Could be wrong. And I did this in Ella Rae Cozy Soft. I love the shawl. I hate this yarn. And the reason why is because I used 4 skeins. There's where I joined a skein. Let's see. I've got this to weave in. That's 2. 3. Let's see here. I know there's more. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I thought there was more than that. 4. Yeah, there's 4 so far. And the reason why I dislike this yarn is because I found a knot in several of the skeins. I would have, the very first skein I had a clump of yarn just come off. And I thought that was like the beginning of the skein. So I'm pulling and I'm pulling and I'm pulling just to make sure. No, it was a clump about, the size of my palm, like I could fit it in my hand, of yarn that had just been cut off the skein and wound around the skein. I had 2 skeins like that, and then of course I had knots in some skeins. So I was very unhappy with this yarn. Unfortunately, I bought it 5 years ago. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, 5 years ago. So, great, because I stash dived and I used up 4 skeins of yarn that was in my stash. But it's very annoying to start a project and then have all those. But I do love the shawl. This is folded in half. It's huge. But I love it. and I cannot wait. I'm hoping to get some good pictures of it this afternoon, outside, because the only picture I have is folded in half, and it was at nighttime, but it's on Instagram. And I actually won a prize from the Knitting Posse. They were having a shawl make along, and I won a prize from the shawl. So that's pretty exciting. That's the only finished object I have. I do have a half finished object. I'm pretty certain I showed these on one of the podcasts, but I finished one of my mermaid tail socks. Now, mermaid tail is a colorway that I dye. Isn't that so pretty? At first I was kind of bugged how it was pooling right here, and I think I may have mentioned that, but now I kind of like it. And this is the other side. So that's my half finished object, and that's going to take me into my works in progress. Let me put this over here. So in one of the bags made by myself, I don't have very much of this done. I don't even think I have, I don't even have half the cuff. I just have like 6-7 rows maybe. But it is my second sock. Oh my goodness, I got a huge tingle here. I always have a tingle. Anyway, just to start with my second sock in my mermaid tail colorway. I sold out of my mermaid tail colorway, but I put up a pre-order, and then I dyed some more. So I have a couple skeins in stock right now, if you're interested in that colorway. Then in my Ginger Snap That bag, I have, I don't know if I showed this. I think I showed this on my last podcast, but I finished one of my Halloween socks. I did show this. Okay, so this is the Lolo Did It Hippo for Halloween, and then the black is Knit Pick Stroll, and I have started the heel on my second sock. I don't work on this very much because I have to have really good lighting whenever I'm doing the heels and toes and stuff. Anything that's in black, I have to have really good lighting. So I haven't worked on that one very much. All right. In another bag by myself, which I'm pretty sure I showed this on my last podcast, because I kept one because I messed up and put the books on upside down. It happens. I have my second sock in my hand-dyed yarn in the Autumn Sunset colorway. So I have probably, I've got about half the leg done. And I'm so far behind in my box of socks because I told myself I wasn't going to stress out about it. So I don't think I have a July. No, I think I do have a July, maybe. I'm either missing July, August, and then, of course, this month, or I'm missing August in this month. So maybe I'm not too far behind. I don't know. I'll get caught up sooner or later. Now, my last work in progress that I have to show, I just started this at 10 o'clock on Saturday night. I've gotten quite a bit done, but it is in my hand-dyed yarn that I dyed up just to do for this shawl in an emerald color. And it is my Campside Days shawl. This is driving me crazy because it has this to keep it from curling. And what does mine do? Curl. It'll be fine. It'll fix when I block it, but it's annoying me. So yeah, I'm on section 2 of this shawl. This shawl is also by Alicia Plummer, and I'm also showing this in the knit along that she has going on right now. I don't expect that I'll finish this in time for the knit along, but I'm gonna give it a go. And if I don't finish it in time, at least I have another shawl to add to my year of Alicia Plummer. So there's that. Put some of this back in this bag because I have a limited space right now because my sewing machine's set up. Gotta make some bags today. All that fun stuff. All right, so what's next? Socks, of course. I have 1, 2, 3. Wait, 2, 4, 6. I have 6 colorways that I've dyed that I want to knit up some socks on, or I might do shawls. I'll show you a combination that I was thinking of for a shawl in a minute. So I definitely have to do socks. I'm behind on my Hippo 4 box of socks also. Like I said, I'm not pushing myself. If I push myself, I'm gonna not enjoy it. And I want to enjoy what I'm knitting. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing what I enjoy knitting on. I have joined 2 knit-alongs. I joined Natalie from Knitty Natty here on YouTube and on Instagram. She is doing a garment make along, so you can crochet or knit it. And that started the last Friday in August. I don't remember that date. And it runs through, I want to say November. I think. I don't know. I'll have to double check that. And hers is just to make a garment. It can be any size, baby, adult, teen, child, whatever. Any size garment. Oh, and she is including whips. So that's kind of nice because I pulled out my harvest cardigan that I started for myself. Problem is that pattern is not in the bag holding my harvest cardigan. So I have no idea where I am in the pattern. I have no idea what size I'm making because I didn't put that on my project page on Ravelry. So I was trying to figure that out, and I got aggravated with it. Went on a hunt for the pattern. I cannot find it. I know it's somewhere because I finished up a harvest cardigan for one of my daughters. But I don't know where it is. So once I find that, or once I can truly sit down and figure out where I am in the pattern, I'll get started on that again. The other knit along that I joined is Joji Locatelli's knit along where you had to sign up to knit any of her patterns to join the knit along. That one started September 1st. I signed up to do several patterns just because if you don't sign up, you're not assigned a number, and then therefore if you knit one of her patterns and you didn't sign up for it, you're not eligible for a prize. So I signed up for several things, and I'm getting ready to start one of them hopefully today. But we'll see. And I think that is it for my what's next. A couple of Hoki's patterns I signed up for to make Christmas presents. So that's good. I'll knock that out. And I'm almost positive that one ends the end of November. I'm just not sure about Knitty Natties. I'll have to check. I can't remember for sure. So I am going to move on to what I've bought, and then I'll move on to shop update. So last time I completely forgot to show this cute little thing. Sorry for the crinkling. So I ordered this from Pitter Patter Polymer. I started following her on Instagram, and she has all sorts of cute progress keepers, and she makes earrings too. My goodness. So I ordered, let's see, this cute kitty in a pumpkin. Progress keeper. For those of you who don't know, fall is my all-time favorite time of year. So I'm so excited that it's September. And yes, I know some of you guys are saying September is not the start of fall. Yes, it is. I've already started decorating. I have pumpkin scented candles, and I bought a new flag for outside yesterday. And I'm dying to put my scarecrow on the front door, but I haven't yet. But I do have some signs and stuff up. But anyway, so pumpkins. And then we have a black and white tuxedo cat. So I had to get that because it was just too cute to pass up. So, if I can get it back in the box. And then I got my Downton Abbey, or my Lolo did it, Downton Abbey Upstairs Downstairs Yarn Club. So pretty. There we go. And this one is based on season 2 when Matthew and William were missing. And I'm trying to think. I didn't completely open this. I'm trying to see what she named it. Okay, so this one is called Only Girl in the World because they came home when Mary was singing that song. And this one is Wonderful Things. So yeah, that was August's color. Everybody, I think, should have this by now, so hopefully I'm not spoiling that for anybody. I was kind of bad. I went to Michael's to look at fall decor, which I did get some. But I love the Karen cakes that they have, And they have a new one that's called the anniversary one. Guys, that thing has like over 1,000 yards of yarn on each skein or cake. Excuse me. However, here it's like $35 for one, which I know it's got 1,000 yards on it. So really, that's not a horrible deal. I just can't bring myself to buy one. Because that's a lot of money for. I say that, and then I'm like, I spend a little less than that on some of the skeins. Well, $10 less than that on some of my sock skeins. So I don't know. Anyway, I haven't bought one of those, but they were also having a sale on their Karen cakes, on all Karen cakes, that was buy one, get one 50% off. So, I bought some. And I am so sorry for the crinkling, but there's just no way around it. Let me pull the different colors out so that I'm not constantly rustling. Okay, before I show you the Karen cakes, I also got these because of the colors. They are totally autumn. I love it. I think I'm going to make my husband some socks out of these. Possibly. I thought those were going to knit up really cool. These were on sale too. These were only $3.50. But they were the only ones of that brand that were $3.50. I guess there were a few other ones, but they were sold out. So, okay, on to the Karen cakes. This one is rainbow. And I think what I'm going to do with these is make I think it's called the habitation throw. Maybe. I don't know. I've seen a couple people knitting it, so I thought these would be really cool. Or I might just crochet them up and make a ripple blanket. Haven't decided yet. But I got 2 skeins of each of these, except for one I have 4 skeins because I had bought some before. This one is Spectrum. And then this is the one I have 4 skeins of because I absolutely love this. And this one's called Raspberry Ganache. Gorgeous, right? Sorry, there's a fly in here. Okay. So that is all that I've bought. Last month I failed terribly at my buying versus getting or using stash. Last month I used 4 skeins, and that was on my campside shawl. I finished that on the 31st, you guys, which was my goal. I wanted to finish it before September 1st, so I did it. So, oh, so sorry. So I only used 4 skeins, and I ended up buying a total of 20. Thanks, Knit Picks, for having your Fleechy again. Because 8 of that was Fleechy. The other 8 was, another 8 was, oh my word. The yarn to make the pocket shawls, because each one takes 4 skeins. And then I bought 2 of those raspberry ganaches. And then, of course, my Hippo for club, or for little celebrations, and my Downton Abbey club. So, yeah. This month, I guess I'm not doing any better, because I bought 2, 4, 6, 8 so far. And then my 2 clubs will come. So that will be... Oh, actually... Okay, so 9, because I got the Downton Abbey in the mail 2 days ago. So I count that for this month. Yeah. Oh well. Life goes on. It'll be okay. I'll use it up. Sooner or later. Or, my kids will get it when I pass away. Anyway, what I've made. So, shop update. Sorry, I'm going to have to move this so I can slide a bag over here. Okay. Some of this I may have already shown, but I don't think I did. New colorway. I have made a Christmas colorway that I'm calling Holly Jolly. Yay. Let's see. Then I made... This is the one I can't remember if I've shown you guys yet or not. Fall Foliage. Which has got all kinds of different colors of leaves. Some of it's getting kind of blown out because it's coming across different colors. But there's red and orange and brown and yellow. Oh, actually, I'm going to keep this down here for a second. Autumn Spice. And this is looking really red on the screen, but it is not. It is 2 different shades of orange and some brown and a little bit of greeny yellow and cream. So this was the color combination I was going to show you guys, because I'm thinking these 2 with either honey mustard or my orange. I'm thinking combining those would make a really cool shawl, possibly the start of a fade. If I made like a brown maybe to put in there, I don't know. Or I could do those 3 colors and do a 3-colored shawl, which I think... So there's Find Your Fade, which is what I'm working on. And then there's a Free Your Fade, I think. And I think that one only calls for 3 colors, if I remember correctly. Okay. And I have a couple of other colorways that I don't think I've shown on the podcast. If I did, sorry, you're going to see them again. This next one I'm going to show, I don't think I showed it because I put it in my shop and I sold out in 15 minutes. And that is my Monet colorway. This is one of the ones I have to knit up a sample of because I'm dying to see what this looks like knit up. So I have more of that in the shop now. I dyed that last week. I did set up a pre-order, and then I dyed, like I said, I dyed some more last week. So I do now have some available in the shop. And then I'm going to show, oops, there we go. So I know that I've shown you my mermaid tail because I have, you know, well, that was one of my finished objects or half finished objects this week. And I had a couple of friends request that I do it on worsted. Your wish is my command. Worsted weight, mermaid tail. Done. So I have some of that in the shop. And then I did Pop Rocks, which is another one that sold out very quickly. Excuse me. So there's Pop Rocks on sock weight. And then I also did it on worsted. So yeah. So I have those two, and those are both listed in the shop. And then I have a new colorway. So this one I named Fog on the Mountain because the area I live in is, me and my kids joke that we live in a bowl. We're surrounded by mountains. And I used to have to drive across the mountain 5 days a week to go to work. So this reminded me of Fog on the Mountain because in the fall, whenever I would drive, it would be foggy and you would see all the beautiful colors of the, autumn trees. So, Fog on the Mountain. It is a gray base, a little bit of white, and then just all different shades of leaves that you would see on your morning drive. So I have that on sock base, and I also have it on worsted. So, yeah. So that is my yarn shop, or yarn part of my shop update. All of those are listed in the shop. Yeah, I'm not sold out on any yarn at the moment. It's everything I have is listed in the shop. And then now I'm going to show you my bags. So I have my little llama and its little knitted hats and scarves and stuff. I have this sugar skull with roses and flowers in the background. I have a s'mores bag, and the little cup says life is good and stay warm. No, stay wild. I'm sorry. I thought it said warm. It's hard to read. I have this bee bag, and it says, "You are my sunshine and be kind." It has just some honeycombs. Oh, it says "sweet to the soul" on it also. So yeah, really like that one. I have some kitty cats knitting and a little mouse knitting. Although it looks like some of them are not holding their needles correctly somewhere. Baby Yoda is what we call him, or the child, whichever you want to call him. Then I have a second Baby Yoda / the child. And this one says, "This is my good side." And then I have this one. And this one is pretty popular. I think I only have two No. I think I might have 3 in the shop. And I have another one I need to sew. Or I either have 2 in the shop and I have another one to sew. Because I had a grand total of 8. And then I messed up one by accident. I mean, it's not a huge mess up. It's just one of my lines that I was sewing got a little wonky. And so I'm going to keep that one. And then I've got another one to sew to put in the shop. But I can't remember. I don't know. We'll see. And then I have a whole bunch more new fabric that I bought when I went to go buy batting last night. I ended up buying 6 or 7 new prints. So my goal is to sew a total of 10 bags at least a week and get an update in the shop. Now, sometimes saying that doesn't mean that I'm going to have 10 new designs go up in the shop. Because I usually try to make 2 bags of each design. So it might be 5 new designs, but I have a total of 10 bags. Or it might be I have 4 and 4 in 2 different designs. So anyway, regardless, my goal is to have a total of 10 bags made by the end of the week to put in the shop. I don't always meet that goal. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. But I try to do a weekly update. And I try to do it on Friday or Saturday. So yeah, that being said, there will be new bags in the shop this week. I'm going to try to dye some yarn either today or tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Monet on worsted. I know for sure that is one of the yarns I'm planning to dye this week. However, I don't know if anything else is going to get dyed or if I'll just do bags. I'm waiting on some dye to get here. I've got a couple of ideas for new colorways floating around in my head. So, at least 2 new colorways. So we'll see. I might go ahead and do those, or I might. One of them I can't because I'm waiting on dye. Anyway, I'm rambling now. We started school last Monday, and my school district is doing all virtual for the first semester. So all 5 of my kids have virtual classes, and sometimes all 5 of them have to be on the computers at the same time. Most days it's been okay. Some days the internet wants to boot a couple of them off and whatnot. But it's all going to be a learning process, and we'll get what we can get done. And thankfully, my younger kids, their Zoom meetings and stuff are being recorded, or their lessons are being recorded. So if we have to miss one, or if they get booted off, we can go back and watch it later. So that's good. And I think a couple of the high school teachers are doing that. I don't know about the middle school, because when I talked to one of the teachers, she said they weren't allowed to do that, which I think is stupid, because what are you going to do when a kid has a doctor's appointment? How are they supposed to make up that class? It needs to be recorded so they can go back and re-look at it. Just my opinion. But anyway. So anyway, I'm going to jump off here and get some breakfast, because it's still kind of early in the morning. But I wanted to film a podcast while it was early and quiet still in my house. So hope you guys have a great day and keep on crafting. Bye, you guys.